Hello and welcome to Racers Now. It's the usual Thursday slot with the Grand National top of the agenda for SD and myself this weekend. It is jumps dominated and all-weather dominated, so plenty of SD selections this week. I will be coming into my own on Racers Now from next week onwards as the flat season properly gets underway. And SD had a couple of good results last week, so he is in front as we speak. After 3 weeks, he is in front. All eyes on October, where one of us is going to owe the other 150 quid. SD on plus 9.32 points, and myself on minus 101. Swiftly moving on. We're not messing around, SD. We've done a big, in-depth preview, the best preview of the Grand National on YouTube. Went out on Monday. It's done a load of views, so thanks for watching. We covered every horse in detail. So in this one, all we're going to do is get a couple of selections from SD for the big race itself. He did put one up on Monday, non-runner, no bet. It got balloted out. It didn't get in. So he's picking two that are running. Straight over to you, SD.
I've just realised you say you're gonna be coming next Saturday. You're with me next Saturday, so
I am.
avoid the coming. Yes. Anyway, yeah, it is the Grand National. It's the one race everyone bets on. The housewife bets on, and this housewife who I'm talking to isn't even putting a selection up. What a wet lettuce you are! You're dressed as a lettuce tonight.
Yeah, looks good. Now, look, as always on this channel, the rules are if I bet in it with my money, then I'll tell you. If I'm not betting it with my money, I can't put it up as a bet, and I've got no interest. It's a glorified stay in handicap chase. That's it. I've got no. I really don't care. I'm more interested in the Craven next week. Right, come on then,
Okay,
Grand
it's a
National.
soft opening market. Yeah. Well, there's not really that much to say from what we said on Monday, but the bets now are Mr. I think Mr. Incredible is just about the most likely winner of the race. A lovely comeback at Utah. Goes on soft ground. Is reasonably weighted. Nice young horse. Progressive on Racing Post ratings. That was a career best run last time. A lot of these nationals these days are won by the more not
Younger.
younger, not run a lot sort of chasers.
Yeah.
This fits the bill. Top trainer Willie Mullins, and I think it's as good a chance as anything. I mean, yeah, to an extent, it is a bit of a lottery. If you want something at a bigger price, disregard what I've just said, because Roi Mage has run 42 times over fences and has won 9. But these ought to be his optimal conditions. He's been trained with this race in mind. He ran a bloody good race in it last year, and on softer ground you could see him running a lot better. 66-1 is perfectly fair, and I think he could run very, very well and give you a really good run for your money. Just for those who didn't see on Monday, rewind. I'm not saying any more. I'm only joking. Korak, yeah. I I wasn't as impressed as some people at Cheltenham. I didn't think he accelerated away from the last. In the case of palpable non-stayer, long press, and he had a bloody hard race there. The jockey might have won 2 Grand Nationals, but I'm not exactly enamoured by him either. And I don't think I Am Maximus jumps well enough. So there you are. There's the Grand National. But yeah, there's 2 bets there for you.
Oh, I agree with you, correct, Rambler. Part of my reason for not putting up a bet is on Monday, I said probably the most likely winner would be Meeting of the Waters. It was 12-1. He's now 7. So that's
Well,
kind of
he
why.
isn't, is he? He's 9-1.
Oh, is he 9? I'm no expert on the jumps. I've never claimed to be.
So you can
So
tell what the price is.
well, I can't see the prices at the moment because I'm going through all of your selections, SD, and there are many. Monmiral on to a couple of other selections in the supporting races at Aintree on Saturday for USD. The 120. Talk to me.
Yeah, Monmiral
You've put this up
went in the
before.
when I don't think I have went in the wilderness a bit. They tried him over fences, and then lo and behold, he goes on and wins the bloody Pertemps final at Cheltenham. he was a very, very good hurdler, Monmiral. You know, he won the 4-year-old hurdle here and won it, you know, really, really well. That was his best career performance, probably, or certainly close to it. He comes back from the wilderness, won the Potemps last time, up another 6. But if you go back in his form, you know, he's still well in, this horse. Still very well in. And I do like it when horses win and they win in sequence. And what I mean by that is when Monmiral last won a race, his sequence thereafter was 3 wins. Okay. So he just keeps going. So when he's on a high, he's on a high. It's a bit like if you have a drink, you know, if you have another one, you get a bit more piss. So I was surprised he was a double-figure price for this. The mare West Balboa has been, which is favourite, has been running in these mares races, which from a handicapping point of view, you know, they're not up to much. Take Lossymouth out, you know, they really are not that up to much. Perhaps the biggest danger is Gwenny May Boy, who landed a bit of a punt at Uttoxeter last time, was about 20 to 1 in the morning, all rates down this thing. And that might be the leading skeleton runner, but I'm happy enough with Monmiral at rewarding odds.
Rewarding odds, yeah, I like it. Right, on to the 2:30 then at Aintree. This is a handicap chase over 3 miles. Yeah,
Yes.
somewhat. Some of these might be Grand National contenders in the future, maybe. Anyway,
Well, yes, there might be. I'm going to have to ad-lib this because I'm currently sat outside my mother-in-law's, and I've got my notes on the missus's phone and the things just playing up. But
well, I can tell you what your selection is. It's number
well,
6, Kilbeg
yes,
King.
it's Kilbeg King, and we've got the internet signal back.
Good.
I thought he ran a good race in the National Hunt Chase at Cheltenham, where he ran out of stamina, and you know he clunked 4 out, he clunked 2 out, just because he was getting tired. Another 5 furlongs back in trip certainly won't do him any harm, and he's run respectable races in the Feltham. God knows what they call the Feltham now. I've forgotten. And the Reynolds this year, which is probably I've got another title. Stables won it before with Sam Brown, who runs today. Sam Twiss is on board. I didn't think there was much in the race, in all honesty, and he should have a chance. Obviously, Cree Billy is fav here, and you know there is a legitimate stamina doubt, you could argue, especially 3-1 on testing ground. It was 2.5 last time at Cheltenham. Okay, he ran all the way to the line, but he didn't jump particularly well. And I'd much prefer the claims of this Kilbeg King at a double-figure price.
On to the top quality stuff now at Newcastle.
Yes.
On
Don't
a
you just have it?
I
Just
actually assumed I actually assumed that this was a an all weather fixture on Saturday, but it's not.
no,
It's a
jumpers
jumps fixture on heavy
It's a
ground
bit
on
of a
the same day as
novelty.
the national.
Bit of a novelty. Mick
On,
Walsh doubly represented at both Newcastle and Aintree on Saturday, as is the great Bob Kirk of BK Racing. Plenty of value in the ring, of course, at Aintree. You know, Pinot will be there also, and
right,
of
shut
course
up because we've got
our
a lot to
great
cover
friend
here.
Tim Bigger Than the Machine Brown.
Machine Brown, yeah. Right, shut up. So all of these Newcastle selections from SD, and there are a few haven't got prices up yet because we're talking about Class 5 handicap chasers and Class 5 novices hurdles. So SD is saying on screen 2 to 1 or bigger, 3 to 1 or bigger, etc. That is the minimum price he would take. As and when the prices become available, probably at about 5 o'clock on Friday night, we will be tweeting and we will be updating the description as usual. SD, on you go.
Class 5. Class 5, he says. The first one's a Class 3. What a good race this is.
This is the 1:30 at Newcastle on Saturday.
I'm of the opinion Coniston George is the best handicapped horse in the race, but I'm also of the opinion Coniston George needs at least 2.5 miles to shine. I've no idea why Nicky's put him back to 2. One more stroke, you know. I don't think there's that much substance to his form when he won at Carlisle, beating a rag, and Horn Cape just might get overlooked. I think Horn Cape should go off favourite here. He was, of course, second to Brentford Hope last time. They were well clear of the third. Anything 2-1 or bigger, pile on, that will win.
Oh, I like it. I like it. That can go in the headline. Right, go on then. On to the 205.
205. Just a touch on Cornerstone, lad. You know, the animal rights people and these bloody vagrants who go on about racing. You know, they're an absolute pain in the ass. What a great horse Cornerstone lad has been. You know, he's run 52 times. I don't think he'll win this, but he's a great servant. He jumps around hurdles, chases, and on the flat, and it really is lovely to see. High Moon is owned by John Wade's missus. John Wade, of course, used to train in his own right. Now, I think he owns the Becky Menzies yard. And is trained by Becky Menzies. We are digressing slightly, but he won this last year off a mark of 116, showed clear signs of returning to form last time at Ayr off 113. He's up to 115. The yard's in form, and I think he'll win this, and anything 3-1 or northward of that would be a bet.
Okay, that's 2 bets. Pretty confident ones that Newcastle put up. Now we're on to the 325 with an each way selection.
Yeah, some of my when you go to places like, you know, Hexham and Sedgefield, as I do quite a lot.
SD bingo, the SD bingo card. Yeah.
You see a lot of these run. Unfortunately, Hexham was, of course, abandoned earlier in the week because of the soft ground. Ex-Tracy Waggerton, mate, Robin Goodfellow. No, not the tipster from the Daily Mail. He is actually called Robin Goodfellow. Might be 0 from 19, but he ran a very good race at Sedgefield last time, and he probably just needed the run. Hugh Burns now trains him, and I think off a mark of 72, down from 74, there was a lot of promise at Sedgefield. As I say, may just need it, and he has shown sufficient promise to date off higher marks to be of interest here. The catalyst for a bit of improvement might be the slight step up in trip, and I think he could be put in at a daft price tomorrow night. So he should run, you know, perfectly well here, and a very positive jockey booking with, of course, Sean Quinlan on board, one of the great cocks of the north.
And you're wanting 12-1 or above each way for that one. Again, we'll confirm the price on Friday evening. Right, one more at Newcastle then, SD 430. This is another Class 5 top class event. Yeah, Class 5, £3,248 to the winner.
Well, we can't do anything about our prize money, can we? But still, nevertheless, a thoroughly absorbing contest, and it's a 2-mile 4 handicap chase. I thought Poetry Man ran a lovely race last time at Newcastle, over 3 miles. Now, to me, onto these eyes, he didn't stay quite as well. I think 3 furlongs back in trip will be just the tonic for this horse. Handicap has been very kind and put him down a pound, and I could see him running very well for the Borders team of George and Jonathan Bewley, who are a great family and have a lot of runners at Hexham.
That's twice you've mentioned Hexham this week, so well done. You've got that in. Right, we're off to Yarmouth now, which is the flat meeting on Saturday, SD. The ground...
Lovely course by the sea. I'll be there in August. Absolutely lovely. On a sunny day, you know, you can... It really is nice. They have a lovely fish stall. You can get these cockles, and they really are quite a Norfolk delicacy.
Talking of cocks, yeah, the going's actually good at Yarmouth. So they're on the seaside. They
Yes.
might have avoided some of the bad weather. And this is my only bet of the week. Ring the klaxon, SD. This is in
Well,
the 425. It's one in my notebook. This is a novice stakes, and it looks a decent one actually. To be fair, over 10 furlongs. They've got horses represented by some good yard. Boulding, Crisford, Gosden's got one in there. There's a Hamdan horse in there as well. But I like one for the Roger Varian yard in this one, and it is called No Retreat. Now, we don't have any prices yet, but similar to what SD's doing at Newcastle, if this horse is 5-2 or bigger, and we will confirm when prices are available, I would be interested in backing No Retreat. I just thought
it's
it was well supported.
425, not 435.
425, yeah, good spot. 425 at Yarmouth. Yeah, this horse ran at Newcastle on debut. Well supported on the day. Actually went off a shade of odds on debut. Ridden by one of the young lads who, to me, Rauda Silva. Let's just say that the book James Doyle, Roger Varian stable jockey now, and he's back from injury. This is a obvious jockey upgrade, and I think this No Retreat got caught down the middle of the track a little bit at Newcastle. Finished third, but it was well under a length covering the first three. Yeah, that was the 20th of Feb. Some of these haven't ran this year. No Retreat has. Should be fit and ready to go, and I think that he will win. So there we go. That's No Retreat
Now,
in the
yeah,
425
nice
at
form
Yarmouth.
line for Roger as well, because the horse, I think Fighter Command will be somewhere near favourite, and the horse that Fighter Command beat was, of course, trained by Roger Varian and had Raoul on.
Yeah.
So he can ride a winner. So yeah, I don't disagree with you. Good spot there.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks, mate. Thanks. Right, you've got a couple at Yarmouth. It's an evening-ish card at Yarmouth on Saturday. Yep.
So it's a matinee, isn't it? You know,
Matinee,
the
sorry.
BHA in their wisdom with premierisation have scattered everything. You know, Chelmsford at 10 a.m. and I think they go on to Wolverhampton at 8:30 at night. You know, they want to catch the mug punters in the betting shops. Let's face it, it's absolutely ridiculous. They should be started at 2 o'clock.
Right, 7 o'clock Yarmouth.
Yes. And there is a horse running in here, what I thought had a very good chance, called 8 Mile. Young Liam Wright's taking 7 off George Scott. Absolutely scintillating form. 3 from 6 in the last 2 weeks. There was a non-runner at Catterick the other day. Interesting, this horse. You know, what they did with it, and I don't know whether they're doing this by design, but the last time it won, they ran it at the penultimate time it ran. They ran it at a mile the time before, dropped it back to 6, whizzed in at Brighton, and then whizzed in at Yarmouth off a mark of 65, now down to 63. The yard's on fire. The lad's taking 7 off. It all looks very, very, very favourable for 8 Mile, doesn't it?
SD, I know that you are you do not abide or sign up to popular culture, but have you ever watched 8 Mile?
Is that the
film
M&M one?
M&M films? Yeah, Marshall
Slim
Mathers.
Shady, please
Yeah.
stand up. Please stand up. No, I haven't. I just thought that man was a thug.
Oh, I'll clip that up. Swiftly moving on to Chepstow, where SD usually does attend Chepstow on National Day, but he's in the Lake District this weekend on his first wedding anniversary, treating the missus to an afternoon in the pub, watching the
It's any
action
wonder
from
I'm
Aintree.
going grey. We found a sports bar to go in, viewers.
Oh,
So
amazing!
we found the sports bar. I said to her, we are watching the racing. I don't think she quite realises Chelsea starts at 10 and Wolverhampton finishes at 8:10. Just said to her, we're watching the racing. Any women training, you know, put it in the comments. I'll give you advice on marital affairs. So at Chepstow,
Right, come on, because we're edging towards our 20-minute mark. Yeah,
oh
Chepstow,
God, we can't go over 20 minutes, can we?
No, we try not to. 250 at Chepstow.
No, the 250 at Chepstow, a competitive enough handicap chase. I thought you'd taking. Oh, zero.
Your sound's gone. Oh, yeah.
Has it gone? Are we
No,
back?
it's going. It's going.
I just flicked the ignition on. It's just for some reason.
Right, here we go. That's better. Right, come on.
Oh, there we are. The lights are on. We paid the bill.
There's nobody home.
There's nobody home. No, Valirann Gold. I remember being at Chepstow. This thing landed a right punt 18 months ago, and the car Monbeg Genius won at 12 to 1. I think he wants 2 miles in a bog round Chepstow. He won that day off 84. He subsequently ran all right since. He won at Fontwell earlier this year, and I think he's now back off a mark of 84. You know, he was second last time. Okay, he was beaten 16 lengths, but the handicappers very kindly put him down £2. And I think off that sort of mark, Ned will be taking 5 off, so he'll have an absolute featherweight, this Harriet Brown inmate. And he should run very, very well. And at 6 to 1 or bigger, I'd be inclined to back him.
For the very well-known jockey trainer partnership of Ned Fox and Harriet Brown, who obviously pile in the winners all season. Right, if you've made it this far, thank you. SD also has a bonus selection for the Topham Chase on Friday at Aintree, which I believe is over the national fences, isn't it? Yes.
I'll tell you what, you viewers are very lucky, because I've had an absolute compendium of selections at Sedgefield tomorrow, but it's been rained off again. Sedgefield now, last 2 meetings abandoned.
Compendium!
Really need to do something about the
SD bingo
of
card.
Sedgefield.
It's a full house. We've had Mick Walsh, BK Betts, Hexham, Sedgefield. We've had a dig at Arc. There's selections from all over the country. Yarmouth, you'll be there. It's a fantastic edition. Right, come on, last one.
Right. There are too many horses to mention in the Topham, but I went through this race earlier, and you price the race up in your head. That's what you should do to 100% book. And clearly nobody does. Celebre ran in the Beecher here. Now watch that back. He traded, I think he was very near to odds on Betfair and for that race, and he actually finished out the 3. He palpably did not stay in the Beecher, but nonetheless he ran a very, very good race, and he was held up, and he ran out of petrol. I think 2.6 on a testing surface around here is absolutely made for him. And the best bit about it all here is that the horse is now £3 lower than the Beecher. I couldn't believe this horse was 33 to 1. I think he's an absolute right chance, and he should run very, very well, because he did take to the national fences. The concern, of course, is you have to ride him cold. Now, I'm not Mikel Nolan's greatest fan by any means, but if he rides him cold and he stays out of trouble, if you get one fall in front of you, you're a bit snookered. But I think he's got a good chance here, and I think 33 way underestimates his considerable claims.
Fantastic. All sorts of selections put up there by SDU. I've got to admire the variety. We've got horses from the flat, the jumps. We've got from 2 to 1 all the way up to 33 to 1. There's each ways in there. He is ahead in the SD versus Smith at the moment, but there is a very long way to go. And we'll sign out there. So thank you very much. Good luck. And we'll be back next week, of course, on Odds Now with plenty more to talk about.